this is not gonna make the best sense, but I'm gonna try and explain the best I can, right? I was outside. I'm in hotel, right? Same hotel from the podcast, right? And we was in a road, and I was thinking, like, before this road was built, before this neighborhood was built, it was just straight grass. And somebody came, was like, you know what? I'm gonna build a neighborhood in this place. I'm gonna put a road through here and all that. And it really got me thinking, like, we forget our beginnings. Like, you don't remember the beginning of your neighborhood when you probably weren't even around, when it was just straight grass everywhere. Everywhere was just straight grass. I'm driving on the highway. I'm not driving on the highway. I'm driving on the highway. And I'm like, this road I'm driving on 100, maybe 200 years ago was straight grass. Like, I very well, very, very well could be driving over dead bodies and I would not know. That's how far, like, time has become. And this is relates to real life, because it's like, you forget your beginnings. Like, before I was doing all this YouTube, but yada yada, blah blah blah, I was writing. Like, the ideas y'all see get turned into videos, those were ideas I wrote down. Like, whether it was, I have a notebook. I have 2 notebooks. One notebook I've been writing it for about 2 years. Another one's my poetry book. That first notebook has shit that, like, wisdom in it that I gotta go through sometimes. And it's like, oh shit, I was really, like, talking in this. But I completely forget that. You forget what got you where you started to get to where you were. I'm so focused in what I am now, trying to get to that, I forget my startup, but I forget that before this YouTube shit, before any of this, I literally, before I was even writing, I had these thoughts in my head, and I was just like, and I would have them, but I would have no one to talk them with, because I remember the first time I did do it, and I remember I look back a year later like, oh my God, it was cringe. But now I'm like, that was my way of me expressing the idea that I had in my head out. I finally got an idea out, and when I did, it was cringy. So now I had to write it out. I got used to writing my ideas out. You're Not Important, Your Title is that video. That thing was written out months before I even recorded the video. That's like you forget where you started from. You forget how you actually started. Only thing you really remember is what you are now and where you're trying to go. That's all you really focus on or remember, because I don't really care about what I'm doing or like what, like, you don't really care about all that. What you care about is, what am I doing now? How can I get better at it and all that? We need to take time and sometimes appreciate where we came from. Because going back to the road example, sometimes we take it for granted, the fact that we even drive. Like, the fact that we drive on roads, like, that alone is bonkers. It's the fact that some people do it every day, like it's normal. Just, I gotta go drive, I gotta go drop my daughter off, or I gotta go to work, or things like that. Like, it's crazy, bro. It's actually crazy.